Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about Colourpop's collection with Frozen 2, which I'm very excited about, as you can tell, or maybe you can, but I tried to channel my inner Anna with the hair, which I think is actually very adorable, and my inner Elsa with the outfit. So with that said, let's dive into this collection. Let's get into it. As you saw from the intro, we have two separate collections. We have one for Anna, which is definitely a lot more warmer tones, and I just realized I also have fall leaves behind me, which fits the theme as well. And then you have Elsa, which is obviously the cool tone vibes, and she's very icy. Let me go through all the products that come in each collection really quickly, and then we'll jump to the demo. So firstly, we have the Elsa collection, and we have a glitterly obsessed glitter pot. These are perfect for like your hair, your face. It's really fun. This one's called the Dark Sea. Is so beautiful, you guys. Like, it has so many beautiful shades of blue and violet, little pink. It's just gorgeous. These are always really fun to use. Of course, it's a very chunky glitter. I would not recommend using this on your eye. We have two lip products. We have an ultra glossy lip in Mythic Journey, and it's just like a nice clear tone gloss with a lot of like frosty sparkles in there, which is perfect for Elsa. And then we have a Luxe lipstick in the shade Little Snow, and it's a creme finish. It's a really beautiful berry tone. This is actually, oh, this is really pretty. And then lastly for Elsa is of course the eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like inside. I've already got my fingers into it, so it's a little bit of a mess, but it has gorgeous colors in here. I'm very excited to kind of play with this and create a look with it. I am going to be doing a two-tone eye, so I'm going to use each palette on each eye. Okay, so you guys can see a look with each palette and not just like mix them together. And then we have the Anna collection, and each collection does have the same type of product. Of course, they're different colors. So again, we have the glitterly obsessed glitter pots. Oh, this is so difficult to say. This one is more of a gold. Oh god, it's so pretty. And I have eyeshadow on my hand. When did that happen? And this glitter gel is in Waterfall. They always name things so crooked. Then you have the two lip products. We have the ultra glossy lip in Free Spirit, which is so beautiful. This color is like a really soft peachy nude shade. Oh my god. Ooh, it smells like vanilla. It smells really good, and it's a beautiful color. Like, I am all about this shade. And for the Luxe lip, we have Going North. And you guys, this color I'm obsessed with, especially with this wig. It's gonna look so good. I think I might end up wearing this one for the look. Well, you never know actually, but this is definitely my favorite lip shade of the two, just because it's more of a Jesi shade. I love warm terracotta colors. And then you have the eyeshadow palette, which is definitely a little bit warmer, very like autumn vibes. But what's interesting is both palettes actually kind of have like this plummy berry tone mattes in there, and they're very, I feel like they go together very well. Like, you can use both to create a very beautiful eye look, but of course if you're just interested in one or the other, it's definitely up to you, but I think it would work really well together. All right, so with all that said, I'm gonna zoom you guys in and let's get started on creating some eye looks with these palettes. Definitely not used to doing my eye makeup with bangs, but we're gonna work with it today. I'm gonna start off with this eye, and I'm gonna be using the Elsa palette. So I'm gonna dip into this shade right here first. It's called Fire, and I'm gonna pop this into my crease as our first transition color. As usual, I don't know where this look is really going. Ooh, but this color is really pretty. And I know when you think of Elsa, you think of just like really icy blue tones, but she does wear a lot of like plummy berry tones. So there's a lot of inspiration from her actual makeup that she wears. I'm gonna go into the shade Water, and I kind of want to experiment with my look today. And it's kind of interesting. Is this like the first time Colourpop named something that kind of matches the color? Water for blue? Colourpop, you okay? Kind of like a really soft muted blue. So I'm really curious to see how this goes onto the eye. I'm just using the same blending brush, and I'm gonna run this through my crease. I'm using a really soft light hand with this. I'm not pressing too hard. I want it to be a very soft blend. Mixed with the Fire shade, it's kind of giving me this really interesting bluish gray tone, which I don't have for mine. It's actually kind of cool. I want to go in and deepen this up a little bit, but the darkest shade in here is going to be this really deep plum color. It's called Spindrift. This shade is extremely pigmented and also quite powdery, and it gets everywhere. So you want to be really gentle with this. It's like a eye pigment, if that makes any sense. So I am going to very slowly and gently start packing this on my kind of like outer lid and bring whatever's left on my brush into my crease, because it's such a dark pigmented color. I don't want to go like too crazy with it. So I'm gonna build it very softly. I picked up such little shadow, but little goes such a long way. Like, I am still blending it out. My goodness. I'm not gonna lie though, it looks really, really pretty with that blue tone we put in there. They complement each other really nicely. Don't worry about what the lid looks like. We're gonna go and put some silver on there soon because the silver in this palette is amazing. I'm taking a little bit more of water, which was that blue tone, and I'm going to use this to kind of help blend spin drift, I think that's how you say it, into the crease a little bit more. And these are making such a beautiful color. It's like purple. Before we continue to the lids, I'm going to take this shade right here. It's called Cuddle Close. It's a really nice frosty shade, but it does have like this pinky iridescence to it. And I'm going to apply that underneath the brow bone. Can you guys see that little pink flip to it? There's a lot of really pretty metallics in here. Like this purple, I would love to put that on my lids right now because I feel like it would look so pretty. But when I was swatching this palette, this silver was literally like liquid silver, and I think I want to put that on my lid just because I think it'd be a really interesting contrast. So I'm going to start with the brush, even though I know really creamy metallics like this go on better with the finger, but I'm gonna start off with the brush just so I can get a more precise application. Yeah, this shadow literally feels like a cream shadow. Oh, that is so pretty. Like, look how crazy this looks with the finger. So I'm gonna use my finger to apply the rest on the lid. Oh, I'm taking just a very tiny amount of Spindrift, that like deep burgundy shade, and I'm just kind of blending this on the outer parts of my eye so the silver is a little bit more blended. I really like the silver, but honestly, I definitely don't like find myself reaching for silver eyeshadow very often. This is like really beautiful, but I don't know. I just think I'm like more of a warm tone girl. The lower lash line, I'm going into the shade Water. I'm basically gonna do the same thing that I did in my crease. Taking a little bit of Spindrift, I'm gonna keep this a little bit more on the outer parts of my lower lash line. With that same little pencil brush and Spindrift, I'm going to just pack this on my top lash line. And lastly, I'm just going to pop the shade Cuddle Close on the inner corners of my eyes. This is my look using the Elsa palette. I am going to go ahead and add some mascara, and then we'll move on to the next eye. Now we're moving on to the Anna palette. I'm going to start off with this shade right here, and it's called Wind. I'm going to pop this into my crease as our first transition color. I feel like the Anna palette definitely speaks a little bit more to my soul. I feel like this is more of a palette I see myself picking up more often. Wow, that color literally just blended itself. I'm going to go into a mixture of Fearless and Charade, and I'm going to also pop that into my crease. This time I'm just taking that darker brown Charades, and I'm just going to focus that on the outer part of my crease. Anna palette has like this really deep plum tone, but I kind of want to stick with like the warm colors in here just because we already did like a purpley color on this side. I'm taking a little bit more of the shade of Wind, just popping that into the crease. My bangs are everywhere. I'm going to take the shade Scooch In, and it's going to go in the brow bone and the inner corner of my eye. I'm using the shade Scooch In, which is just like the shade we used on the other side, except it kind of has more of this rose goldy pink flip to it instead of like a more violet pink. I'm also going to apply that on the inner corners of my eyes. I'm basically doing the same technique that we did on this eye. I'm going to take a small little pencil brush, and I'm going to dip into these two shades and just kind of buff that under my eye. And then just charades to deepen up the outer part. Time for the gold. This is called Earth, and again, I'm going to use this with a brush first just to kind of define it, and then I'm probably going to go back in with my finger and apply it like that. I'm going to go back to my blending brush, just make sure everything is blended out. I definitely feel like that silver was more of like this really intense metallic. The gold's really pretty, but this just went on really like wet almost. I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara on this side, and I'll be right back. These are the finished eye looks. You could definitely do a lot of different variations of eye looks with the palettes, but I kind of wanted to like represent each character a little bit. My soul definitely is like warm tone. That's just like who I am, so I'm drawn to this eye a lot more. Let me know which palette and which eye you guys like the most. Now let's go ahead and swatch all the lip products. So like I mentioned, each set comes with a gloss and a lipstick. I'm going to swatch the gloss, and I'm going to swatch the lipstick, and I'm going to swatch the gloss on top of the lipstick so you guys can see what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Elsa set first. This is the gloss in Mythic Journey. This color definitely makes your lips look really juicy. The good thing about Colourpop glosses are they are never sticky or like heavy and gloopy feeling. This one is just kind of like a clear tone. It has a lot of different sparkles in there, but it just gives your lips like an extra juicy look because of those little micro sparkles. It's like really cushiony and soft on the lips. Like I really do enjoy Colourpop glosses a lot. So there's the gloss. Now let's try the lipstick. So this is called Little Snow. Ooh. I did not think I was gonna love this color as much as I do. I don't wear a lot of like berry tones, but this is such a beautiful color. It's not like super purple. It's a very, very wearable tone. Like I actually really like this a lot, and it's the creme formula, so it's gonna be just really creamy on the lips. Oh, it just glides on like butter. I love these luxe lipsticks so very much. If you've never tried them, I highly recommend you try them. They feel very luxurious, but they're very, very affordable lipsticks. Now I'm gonna take the gloss in Mythic Journey, and I'm gonna apply this over top. Of course, once you put like the gloss wand on your lipstick, it's going to change the color of your wand. So if you don't like that, I would recommend putting some on the back of your hand and just working off of that. I'm just gonna apply it kind of in the center to give my lips more of like a juicy look. Oh yeah, definitely a lot more juicy. I really love this color a lot. I don't know why. You guys know I just like wear my Jess shades and I'm like a happy camper, but this color is just kind of like a more berry toned mauve. This is the Elsa side. Now let's try the Anna lips. We are starting off with the gloss in Free Spirit. Oh my god, I love this. It's definitely my favorite gloss out of the two. It's so pretty. It's like a very natural tone. It does give your lips like this hint of like a peachiness, but it's not super pigmented, where I feel like really pigmented glosses, I just don't like them. I don't wear them very often because they kind of like separate right in here, but this just looks really natural. It looks like just your lips, but better. Definitely love this gloss. It's like that perfect like everyday, gives your lips that very fresh, youthful look. What am I saying? It just looks like, I don't know, just very healthy. I'm gonna go into the lipstick in Going North. Oh my god, this color speaks to me. Can't wait. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm obsessed with this color. Like it's such a beautiful, like deep, like rich terracotta brown, but it's like not super, super deep. I want to say it's like a spice. It's just a spicy lip. I love this. It definitely screams fall to me. Let's put the gloss on top and see what happens. I'm just gonna put a little on the center, and honestly I think it's just going to give it like a more glossy appearance because the lipstick is a little bit deeper than the gloss. This lip combo is everything. It's beautiful. My lips feel hydrated and healthy looking. It is not sticky or heavy. It's just gorgeous, and this is not going to give you butthole lip. I feel like this is the kind of lip color that's going to fade really nicely. Oh yeah, I'm definitely rocking this color. This is going to be my fall shade, 100%. So that was the demo of all the products, but the glitter gels, of course. I am going to be swatching those on my arm along with everything else. So before I give you guys like my final thoughts and what I think about this collection, let's go ahead and do all the arm swatches first, and then we'll be back. I don't think it comes as a shock that I am gravitating towards Anna's collection a little bit more than Elsa's. I'm just really into warm tones. This lip is stunning, so I personally love the Anna side way more. Don't get me wrong, Elsa's is really pretty too, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who disagree with me and love Elsa's, but it's just the kind of gal I am. I think overall it's a really fun collection, and even if you're not into makeup but you love Frozen, I think this is something that's definitely really fun to collect because I do believe they are selling them in little boxes that you guys see behind me. So I think it's a really cute idea. I can't wait to see Frozen 2. Of course, this is not for everybody and you might like actually hate Frozen with like a deep dark passion in the pit of your soul, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. Not everything is for everyone. I do really quickly want to mention that I do have a code with Colourpop that you guys can use to save a little extra money when you are shopping. It is just Jesi, and it does work on this collection. Usually the codes don't work on a lot of like collaborations, but it works on this collection, which is super exciting. So you can use Jesi if you're interested. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. As usual, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, mesijesibeauty, Instagram, MAKEUPBYJESI. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so before you go, and also hit that little bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. With all that said, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys!